Thank you for joining me today on Good News with Twanda Black, where we're discovering some of the most inspiring trials to triumph stories and empowerment moments. Call up a friend and let them know it's time for some good news. Welcome to Good News with Twanda Black. I am your host, and we talk with guests from all walks of life about their good news, because ultimately, if your brothers and sisters are doing well, you are doing well as well. So let's sit back, relax, and enjoy this next guest. Joining me today is Carla Morrison. Anybody who is in Atlanta knows this young lady. She is a cultural curator and public relations strategist based right here. She is the founder of Chit Atlanta Tours and Chit Communications, two purpose-driven brands focused on amplifying Black history, culture, civic engagement, and community-centered storytelling. Please welcome Carla Morrison. How are you today?
I'm good. How are you, Twanda?
Awesome. It's so good to see you. We run in the same circles a lot of times, so we get to see each other quite often. But you have really ventured out. Well, first of all, I need to ask you a question.
Yeah.
Most people think that public relations and marketing and branding are the same thing.
Right.
What's the difference?
So the marketing is the umbrella. It's the overall. So that is public relations, advertisement, distribution, and sales, right? And promotions. Mm-hmm. So public relations is just one string of marketing. And with that is really getting out in front of the public, either through special events or through media-driven programming. Traditional, and now that we have social media, that's a part of it as well.
Absolutely. I think a lot of people get all of that confused and think, roll them into one bunch, but it's really not what that is.
Right. There's a number of different jobs there.
Absolutely. And you've been doing PR as long as I've known you, I think, in the city. Yeah. How did you get involved with that?
So I went to school for journalism, and in school I realized late in the game that, I wanted to be like a business person. So I wanted to do something with business, and I kind of wanted to be like Oprah, like every little Black girl during the 90s and late 80s. And but then I realized that it was really about telling the facts, the true stories. And I like to tell the true stories, but I like things just like you, good news. I want to spread the good news more so than the other stuff. And it may be some other stuff that goes along that I wouldn't really want to share. That's where it was brought to my attention. You might want to do public relations.
But you know what? I can honestly say that's one of the reasons why I went the way I went. Mm-hmm. I also majored in journalism with the public relations concentration. And, once I got out there, first of all, I was in the 80s, so they were not hiring people that looked like me.
Right.
I actually had a white male tell me, "Nah, they're not going to hire you." I was like, "Why?" He said, "Your resume is extensive, all of your demos, everything looks great." He said, "But they're not ready for you." Right. They're not ready for somebody that looks like you. That was in the 80s. Mm-hmm. And then as I got to newspaper, and they wanted you to be at somebody's funeral or somebody got shot, and I was like, that's just not me.
I don't want to tell those stories.
I couldn't do it. I couldn't. I walked away from an interview, and I remember telling my dad, I said, I can't. It's not in my heart. Right. To have a microphone or try to ask somebody in the worst time of their life, their feelings.
How are you feeling? Right. Yeah. How you think I'm feeling?
Right.
You feel my brother,
Yeah, just punch me in the nose, because I'm asking a stupid question. But anyhow, so that's good to know. I know that you've been doing it for a long time. You're going to continue in that vein because you've branched out And you're a straight up entrepreneur. I love that about you. But you branched out doing other things, and I was just so happy to see it. I think you launched, was it last year?
Yeah, in September 1st.
Yeah.
Yeah, we launched the tourism division. So it's still under the umbrella of Chit Chat Communications, but it's the tourism division. Still telling stories, but now we're face to face with the folks. And sharing, true, deep-rooted stories, some that were passed on to me from some of those history makers, and I love doing it. I just finished one just a few hours ago.
Wow. So tell us about it.
Yeah, so it's Chit Chat Atlanta Tours. That's the name of the tourism division, and under that we have like six different offerings, and what those are the types of tours. So we do, of course, Black History and Civil Rights. We also do an ATL remix, which is a little bit of trap and a little bit of history and a whole lot of ATL. We also have the Black Restaurant Tour. We go to about 4 to 6 Black restaurants within a 4-hour period of time and just sample different foods, sit, talk, fellowship, and just connect with one another. We have the HBCU Tour where we go to the and more. So it's HBCU Tour and more. So we definitely do all the HBCUs here in Atlanta, and then possibly maybe a couple of other schools if need be. And then we have our Peachtree Street, which is our main artery tour, just going straight down Peachtree Street. And it's a lot of history. Everything that we do centers in Black history. And but we share other stuff. So going down Peachtree Street, we're sharing other stuff, but it's also some Black history there. And then we have our we do a customized tour. So you might want some Black history, you might want some Peachtree Street, you might want to go all the way out to, Fayetteville and be a part of, there's like another movie company out there that you may want to see, just different things like that.
Yeah. Trilith out there.
Yeah,
so how are you doing it? Are you doing it on a big bus or a Sprinter? How are you doing that? Yeah,
so any kind of way we need to do it. So if we have 20 or more, we're doing a bus. If we have like up to 14, we're doing a transit. If we have like 7, we're doing a Suburban. If we have 1 or 2, it's a car. So whichever route it takes, we have our booking set up already. So however it's booked for the day, sometimes we might just have a group. Like during the holidays, we had a whole family. It was like 14 of them. And so we did a transit, and it was just kind of their tour because they booked out. So that's what it was. But, depending on the day, we may have more than others.
I love that. I love that idea. Back in the day, that was huge. And then all of a sudden, it just kind of dried up. So I'm glad you're bringing that back.
Yeah, thank you. And there's other tourism people. Now that I'm out there, I'm actually meeting some of the other ones, and we're really connecting with one another and being supportive. Like today, I saw at least 3 other tourism groups. I was beeping my horn, waving at them, because I'm like the new kid on the block, so I'm really new to it. So.
That's awesome. Now, you have got a Celebrating Women of Color, DeKalb Women Speak. It's an inclusive sisterhood, and that's one thing I know about you is that you believe in sisterhood.
Yeah.
So tell us about this event.
So this is our 15th annual Women's History Month program, and I say annual, but we've really been doing it for about 25 years, since 2000, well, not 25, but since 2003. But then there's been a couple of years that we might have missed here or there. And it's always been about just celebrating women during the month of March, bringing women together, our sisterhood. I've always been blessed to know so many great women, and, I mentor the girls. And so just letting the girls put these women in front of the girls, and this is also an opportunity for some of the young ladies to start to develop their speaking ability, because I may have them do a little presentation presentation here or there, but it's really celebrating women, just feeling good, letting loose, being inspired, and just being celebrated and feeling seen and heard, and with this one, this is bigger than our normal. So we have like early morning workshop. Well, not too early in the morning, but a morning workshop. She is well. Your mental health, and emotional and spiritual health. Then we are going to have like the brunch and discussion, and we have 4 outstanding active women mayors, Black, well, a couple of them are Black, and then other mayors who will be just talking about wellness, leadership, and community engagement. And we're going to be eating real good food. And then we have a surprise guest mayor who is a personal friend of mine, and I'm just so proud of her. So I wanted to highlight her and make sure that she felt affirmed and seen and supported. And then after that, we're going to have just some fun brunch stuff, community engagement. We got Z Fabulous, who knows how to hold down a microphone, and we got DJ Chucktown, who's going to be playing the music. So we're going to be line dancing, we're going to be playing games, winning prizes, all that good stuff. And then we will close it out with an empowerment workshop with Dr. Adrian. So nice. Yeah, it's a full day, but if you come and you stay, you will leave inspired, full, and connected, because it's also a lot of networking going on in that room.
Absolutely. Atlanta, we do connections well. Yes. We do networking well. So tell folks how they can be a part, how they can get more information about this great event. And the date is March 7th, correct?
Yes, it's Saturday, March 7th from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. And you can go on our website, www.chitchatcommunications.biz. You can also find us on eventbrite.com. And I'm like your one of your other guests, I heard them say, I'll give out my number. I'm old school like that too. Yeah. 404-319-2130. And
all right, so Carla, you kind of touched on a little bit, but you have a nonprofit that you've been doing quite a long time. Right. Talk about that for a moment.
So that's Sisters of Today and Tomorrow, and the signage that I have behind me. And that was my second baby. The first baby is Chit Chat Communications. We've been doing that like you said, you've been knowing me for that for over 30 years.
Yes.
And so then I created a community division, and that community division came with 3 different community outreach programs. We turned that into Sisters of Today and Tomorrow. And we took that and started mentoring young girls and the women in their lives. Now, since then, we have gone back to what we started with, just Chit Chat Communications and doing community engagement activities, but still Sisters of Today and Tomorrow. Some people know me very well for Sisters of Today and Tomorrow, and some people know me for Chit Chat Communications. So I always keep it with all of what we're doing, because it's still the work that we're doing. It's just under a different name now.
You want to talk about the services that you provide at Chit Chat Communications? So just in case somebody out there has a little bit of a budget and needs your services.
Yes, I love to talk about the services that we provide. So we offer public relations, traditional public relations. We also offer strategic social media marketing, and we develop community programs, engagement programs for the client, whatever community they are looking to reach. We can develop a program centered around that and connect with that audience. We also do, a public information officer for like construction work and things of that nature too. So we're all around amplifying the message in whichever way our client needs us to do so.
That's awesome. That's awesome. And of course, give your phone number again, because she's giving out her phone number for all of this stuff.
So the phone number is 404-319-2130. Yeah, you can call me. After 6 o'clock, I probably will not pick up. But
business hours only. Business hours only.
9 a.m. to 6
So you got Chit Chat Communications, you got Chit Chat Tours.
Yes.
Community. I love Chit Chat Tourism. That is awesome.
You gotta do a tour with us. You will have a good time.
I have not had time yet, but you know I'm going to get it done this year. I am. I'm excited.
And bring mom too.
Everybody. We're gonna bring a crew when we come.
Okay.
So we can do the transit because. Yeah. Because you know what's interesting about Atlanta, and I think every big city, is that people that live there don't exactly know the history and don't exactly know where everything is. They kind of know their little areas, but they haven't done the tour of the city. You can ask people, well, I haven't been there. Oh, I haven't been to the zoo. I haven't been to the Martin Luther King Center. I'm like, what? And you're from here?
Right.
But you find that in almost every city.
Mm-hmm. That's true. They take it for granted. And like people who've been living here for many years, one of my girlfriends, she did the tour and she just looked in awe. She said, I pass by this stuff all the time, but she just doesn't take the time to really enjoy what she's seeing and really getting the background information on it. So you're right.
We're all in the rat race, so we're trying to get somewhere. You know, like you're like us, and we're always working things,
right?
But you just living life and getting there to and fro and doing your thing.
Yeah.
You know, so take some time out and let's learn our city. I think we are the best advertisements, the best marketing for Atlanta. There's a lot of crazy on the internet. What is this called? Atlanta Uncensored. I don't know if y'all seen that.
Oh, girl.
Crazy. So anything crazy that's happening in Atlanta. And so, you know, we need to do a better job of representing who Atlanta really is. We ain't all that crazy, but you know.
I know. But during the tour today, so it was funny. We were just sitting there kind of waiting for the light to change, and a car was on the right side and just jumped in front of me and made a U-turn. And my tourist was like, what in the world? Now somebody needs to call the cops on him.
Ooh, it's Atlanta, okay? It's Atlanta. Yes, ma'am. I'm in the road every day, and I'm just like, this is crazy right here. But anyway, we represent the goodness of Atlanta.
Yes, definitely.
We do. Carla, thank you so much for joining me. Carla Morrison, a cultural curator, and I love that term because you are a curator of our culture here. And thank you so much for joining us. Can't wait to take that tour.
Yes, and I hope to see you on the 7th too. You know, you were a part of one of our Women's History Month programs with Nona Clayton.
Yeah.
Remember that?
Yeah.
And you got guy girls to come too. Yeah, you got guy girls to come and perform.
Yeah, that was a long time ago. Absolutely. All right, so thank you for joining us, and God bless you. We'll see you soon.
Okay, God bless you too, and thanks so much.
You're welcome. All right, thanks so much for joining me for Good News. If you'd like to be a guest, you can reach out to me at goodnews@thepgnetwork.org. Catch Good News on pgntv.org, and I will see you next time with some good news. I'm Twanda Black.